Hey guys, welcome back to SCG Collects. I'm Annie. Hey guys, welcome back. So as you may have noticed, I guess a couple of things. One, we are in potato vision, potato quality again. And two, I am in a different room this time. So this is actually, I guess, my living room, kitchen, dining room area. Um, Normally I record from my office, but my boyfriend is away for a few days, and not that he doesn't know about my YouTube stuff, but I normally do it in the office because I get embarrassed. I don't want him to hear me recording or see me recording. Um, so since he's gone, I have free reign of the house. I'm in no danger of anybody hearing me try to put this together. I decided to be kind of lazy and stay in my living room on my couch because I actually normally keep my computer and everything out here. Which I guess brings me to my second point, or I guess really was the first point. Being in potato quality again. Yes. So today I wanted to go through some of Kotobukiya's recently announced summer items, or I guess just their summer announcements. I know Good Smile is going to be having their own kind of summer announcements in a couple weeks, and I'll probably make a video for those. But since Kotobukiya has done theirs first, I figured, why not take a look at some of the things they announced? There are a couple things I'm excited for, and just kind of talk about and take a look at what they're announcing. So let's jump into it. All right. So this is the special Kotobukiya webpage, landing page for their summer announcements. Pretty cool. So they did announcements for plastic models. That was on Saturday. And then just today, or through today, they've been announcing their figure announcements. And as you can see, I've got several things opened up here. So let's get started. I think I have figures open first. Yes. All right. So the first figure that I have pulled up here is their announcement of a Asuka Langely version, I think from the recent Evangelion movies. Um, Looks like they're titling this one Last Scene. So based off, kind of the ending scene in the fourth and final movie, um, which is pretty similar to the scene, of course, in the original movie, End of Evangelion. But the one big difference, or at least one big difference that I remember, is in the more recent one, her clothing is more torn apart. And as you can see, they have kind of done that with this figure. And that's kind of always been a part that bothered me. Um, like I saw some discourse, a YouTube video or something talking about the final of the most recent Evangelion movies, and or kind of the Evangelion reboots overall, and how they were slightly more sexual, a little bit more fan servicey. I mean, not super overtly, but just pointing out, especially this last scene, how, what was the point of having Asuka's plug suit torn up, or at least torn up this way? Because in the scene, it is very much just like, oh, here's some cleavage and stuff. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I really care either way. I don't even know if I'll get this figure, but I do think it's an interesting one, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think it's really one of the first ones specific to that final scene. So I am interested in seeing this colored, seeing what they do with that, and maybe based on the color, I'll end up maybe pre-ordering it or even just looking to purchase it after that. But yeah, so this is the Asuka Langely last scene that was announced. All right, so next one is what I am so excited for. So they are finally giving Shota Aizawa the scale figure that he deserves. I don't think this poor man has any scale figures right now. And when I tell you that I love this guy, I love this guy. So I'm very, very excited to see this announcement. I know I've seen some of the other ARTFX J like statues and figures. I mean, I think I have one that I, talked about in my June haul video. So I'm very excited to see what they do with Aizawa, to see how he turns out. This announcement or this kind of poster artwork, all of that isn't really giving a lot of clues. I mean, I can't imagine that they're just going to pose him standing there like he is in this poster. So I am so excited to see what artwork maybe they're basing this on, or a prototype, or just like anything. But at least we now have an announcement, so I am absolutely keeping my eye on this one, and this is probably going to be an instant pre-order for me whenever that comes out. I'm so hyped. In addition to the Aizawa one here, I think they announced 2 other My Hero Academia artifact statues. Yeah, so one for Micro and one for, oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. Wow, they don't even have the character name on here. But for this guy that everybody knows from My Hero, I am so embarrassed right now. But yeah, so him and then these 2 were the 3 announced in terms of My Hero Academia ARTFX J figures coming out. But Aizawa is the one that I truly care about and that I've got my eye on. So super duper excited. Can't wait for more news on this one. Alright, so next up we have Katie Moon's Trick or Treat by Yoshiki Fujimoto. So I think this is based on a garage kit. At least from what I saw some people talking about on my figure collection. So this is going to be a figure based on a piece of original artwork that also apparently has some kind of garage kit out there for it. I think it's pretty cool. I like the color scheme. I like the vibe of the figure in general. I like, kind of Devil Girls, Trick or Treat, Halloween, that link. I like Halloween. I'm just not sure on the face. There's something about the face that I'm not a super fan of. So I might end up passing on this one, but I do think it looks really cool. Just overall, other than maybe the face, just the gradient in the hair. If they actually make her top like this shiny looking material somehow, shiny paint, whatever. Her boots, I mean, she looks like a badass, truly. And I mean, she is holding a knife. So, and then from the back, you can see her kind of cosplay devil tail and all of that. So I guess not true devil girl, but but yeah, interesting idea, interesting concept, very cool to see Kotobukiya doing some original character stuff. I think a lot of people will be excited for this one. I might also keep my eye on this one, but I don't know that I love it enough to pre-order anything like that. Alright, so getting into some Pokemon stuff. And I gotta apologize, guys. My cat was on my lap, as you saw earlier, and I just feel like I'm covered in hair. So coming back to the Pokemon stuff, so announcement for, I believe, a re-release of her with the Mudkip. I can't think of her name right now. I'm terrible with names. May, duh. So they are re-releasing May with Mudkip. I am absolutely going to be getting that because I missed it on the first round. I don't think I was even aware of, figures back then. So very excited for that re-release. And then an announcement that they are also now doing Brendan with Trico. So Brendan with Trico being a new one. He's finally getting his own figure. Don't know that I'll get him. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I'm really only interested in the ladies. So, yeah. But for anyone who's been waiting for him, this is good news for you. I'll be sticking to getting the re-release of May and Mudkip, and I'll leave it at that. But very, very awesome news of re-releases, new characters, all that. All right, so the next couple of figures here. I don't really know a lot about where these are coming from, what the source material is. It has something to do with, what do they say? Trajectory series figure or figures. I think they're making a bunch of these. Like this is maybe some new thing. I guess the series is the Legend of Heroes. So I don't know what Trajectory series is. If anybody knows about that, you can fill me in. Maybe that's what they're calling this series of figures with the actual material, source materials, Legend of Heroes. I don't know. Whichever one it is, neither of them sounds like a franchise I know about. But I just thought this one looked really interesting. Lady with a big sword. That's pretty cool. Looks like she has maybe kind of a Chinese-ish style dress. Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty high cut dress. And doesn't look like there's a lot going on underneath that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting design. Um, I can't tell if these little loops, I think they're just supposed to be hair, but for a while I was thinking they were some kind of like cat ears, animal ears. If they're just hair, then that kind of decreases my interest in her because then she's just a normal lady. But yeah, so this is uh Leisha Mao, I guess. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. And then I think I have a second one pulled up here. So this one, I guess, is part of the same, Legend of Heroes Trajectory series. She doesn't even have a prototype. But I do think at least just this small piece of artwork that they have that she looks interesting. So I don't know. Maybe I'll look into whatever the Legend of Heroes is and maybe keep my eye on these. But if you're a Legend of Heroes fan, apparently you're gonna get a bunch of Kotobukiya figures soon, so good on you. Okay, so I think this is the last kind of like figure announcement I have. And then there's some just sort of re-advertised up for pre-order stuff I pulled up. So this is going to be the next in the Transformers Bishoujo line. Bumblebee, as you can see. I thought the first two in this line were really cool. I haven't ordered either of them. I don't know that I will. Maybe I'll buy them after they come out. I don't know. I just think it's a cool concept. I'm very interested in seeing how they end up doing Bumblebee. From the silhouette, definitely looks like they tried to keep this kind of helmet headpiece thing. So I think it's going to be interesting to actually see what this artwork looks like, and then, you know, see the prototype and all of that. So yeah, that's this one. I think it's the third one in the Transformers, uh, Bishoujo, Bishoujo. I don't know how to say that word. Bishoujo line. Um, so yeah, and I actually think I have the other two pulled up here. Yeah, so Megatron has already been announced, up for pre-order, and then Optimus Prime as well. And to be honest, I have kind of thought about getting the Optimus Prime one. Like, I'm not a major Transformers fan or anything, but I just think this concept is so cool. The way they've translated it, you know, like she has little wheels, it looks like, on her boots. And then she comes with like this, um, you know, like face mask piece, which I just think makes her look even cooler. So I don't know. I think I already have a few things pre-ordered for January of 2023, even though that sounds like a long time away. So I might hold off on her, and then of course she'll probably come out and I'll regret it, but you know, what do you do? What do you do? So a couple other figures that are already up for pre-order. A couple more of the Bishoujo statues. So Marvel Thor, Lady Thor as I call her, Jane Foster, and then Lady Loki. Um, Getting re-releases. I know they previously came out a few years ago. Probably capitalizing on the new Thor movie, of course. Um, I'm a little bit salty about them re-releasing the Thor. I mean, I guess I could say Loki too, but the Thor, I found out about her and ordered her, like the original one. I found her still for sale new on Solaris, and then like right around the time she shipped, they announced they were re-releasing her. And so now I think if I had known she was being re-released and I had ordered her re-release, it would have ended up being cheaper than what I had paid for the new old one. Because at that point in time, you know, nobody knew that there was going to be a re-release. So she was still going for, oh my god, I think I paid over $200 for her in the aftermarket. So yeah, I guess sometimes patience is a virtue. Um, but from what I can tell, other than, you know, I spent way more money than I maybe ended up needing to, doesn't look like they made any major changes to the re-release, so I'm happy that it's not like, oh my god, she's like so much better and I really screwed up. So um but yeah, exciting stuff for people who you know, maybe wanted her or the, you know, female Loki. Maybe didn't want to pay those aftermarket prices, because I think they're back at a more reasonable price. So, and a little bit easier to get, of course, since they're currently available for pre-order. So, two more there. And then the last one we have here, I don't know why this page in particular came up in Japanese only. There we go. So the re-release of May with Snivy. I have already pre-ordered her. I pre-ordered her kind of as soon as I saw they were re-releasing her. Because again, another one that I missed when first announced. They are also re-releasing whatever the dude's name is. So I didn't order him though, because again, I just here for the ladies. I'm just here for the ladies. So, but re-release for both of them. That's exciting. I know a lot of people really like these Pokemon figures and have been wanting the various ones to be redone, re-released. So we are finally getting that opportunity. So awesome. Alright, so I think that finishes out the figures that I was really drawn to or interested in. There were several other announcements, like a male Thor, but he's based on old comic book artwork. Not not the coolest. Killing Joke Joker, as much as I do love the Killing Joke, um, he's just really creepy. I don't know that I want that in my house. I guess some kind of Batman. Not a particular Batman fan. Um, and then these two that I don't know anything about. So that was the majority of their figure announcements for the summer. So let's switch over to models because I am a fan of the models. So for plastic models, a few things here caught my eye. So the first one we have here is the Weird Tales Night Stalkers version. I don't know if this is from. Okay, so this is, I guess, from something called Hexagear. I'm not familiar with that. Again, if that's something that you guys are familiar with, maybe fill me in. I just think it looks really cool. Being a big fan of Zoids, animal robots, this is clearly supposed to be some kind of mechanized fox. Um, Almost looks like it's very abstractly supposed to have, kind of the multiple tails, the 9 tails of a kitsune, perhaps. Um, and then it looks like it opens up. So I'm assuming, similar to the whole Zoids thing, there would be a pilot inside. Again, I'm not familiar with the franchise. I just think it looks cool. Depending on price, maybe I'll buy it. I don't know how much these kinds of things typically go for. Like, I know what Zoids cost. I don't know what these types of models go for. But yeah, it looks cool enough. I might buy it if I ever see it around. So yeah. So then there were several Zoids announcements. Speaking of, so there was the RZ-053 Koenig Wolf, as well as the RZ-053 Heavy Arms Koenig Wolf. I think the only real difference between the two is obviously the Heavy Arms comes with many, many more guns. Big gun on the back, looks like maybe rocket blasters on the shoulders, things like that. Pretty typical for a Heavy Arms Zoid. Looks like they have a kind of color mock-up. So that nice blue, kind of a blue and gold color. I don't know if they have, okay. And so it looks like the more basic wolf, light version wolf, I guess, without the heavy machinery, will be more of a white with some green. I don't know if it would be ridiculous to buy both. I mean, technically they're both Koenig wolves, but different color schemes. One comes with a very big weapon. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I never really thought about how to be selective in my Zoids, and I've kind of just thought, oh, I'm just gonna buy them all, and that's a lot. So I don't know, but I do like both of these. I like the wolf canine type Zoids a lot, so I might end up getting one of these in the future. Also looks like it is coming, they are coming out with just a sort of like weapon pack type of thing, customized parts for various Zoids. So a dual sniper rifle, which I'm assuming is this, and then what did I say this is? AZ-5 twin missile pod set, which I'm guessing is all of that. Looks like all the pictures show this on, maybe might even be a Koenig Wolf. but I'm guessing maybe it could go on anything. Um, you know, if it has a room on the back, maybe any Zoid could take this weapon. But I think that's pretty cool, you know, allowing you to buy kind of bonus parts, you know, customize your Zoids. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Um, so next up, we have the EH1 Red Redler Geneva Empire specifications, and I think there's been like 2 or 3 of these announced. So there's this one, and then, yes, the Redler EZ005 Redler Gyros Empire specification, and then, more customized parts, a booster cannon set for the Redlers, I believe. So this very much looks like, between these two, exact same model, just different colors, so based on the Empire that you're getting. Looks pretty cool. I don't know enough of the lore, don't remember enough of the lore to really remember there are any differences or specifics about Geneva Empire versus, oh, I closed it. Versus the Gyros Empire. But I like purple more than red, so if I get one of these, maybe I'll get purple, unless somebody comes and tells me that the Gyros Empire is metaphorically the Devil's Empire or something. I don't know, but so yeah, a couple pterodactyl-ish, dragon-ish Zoids as well, and a customized weapon set. All right, so just a couple more here. So this is the Greenhorn AB, and the customized parts attack booster unit. So I'm not really seeing what this customized parts is. I don't know if it's like this big thing on his back, because that's also just showing up in his promo picture. Either way, obviously a dinosaur type, Triceratops. Um, Not too interested in this one. I don't know. I don't like green. I have a weird thing about the color green, and I don't really like it. And I'm not too interested in a giant Triceratops, I guess. So maybe not one for me. So maybe taking back my statement of I'm gonna buy every single Zoid they ever make, because this is probably one I won't get. But just cool to know that they're still making, you know, lots of different Zoids and lots of models for that. All right, down to the last two. Ah, yes, this one. So the FSL01F Fancyaile. I am very excited about this. I feel like I saw this announced. I mean, maybe I just saw the announcement on the 16th, but I feel like I saw it announced before that. Either way, so this is a robot from Medabots. If you happen to be a person that watched my intro to my channel video, I did talk a little bit about Medabots. That was one of the anime things that I grew up with, and so to see a model of a robot from that franchise, I don't specifically remember her, so I don't know if maybe um, the anime did not go as deep into the story or whatever as maybe other media. You know, maybe there's other robots that weren't shown in the anime back in the day. But regardless, it's Medabots. She's pink, and it almost looks like she's carrying like a broom, so maybe witchy vibes. Not sure. I love it. I want it. I might buy it. I just think it's super cute. I don't know. I really, really like this one. So out of all these model kits that I've shown today, this might be the must buy one. Like, this is probably gonna end up being purchased because I adore it. All right, last thing here. So this is the Evangelion production model new O2 JA02 body assembly cannibalized. That's a mouthful. Um, so while I do really enjoy Evangelion models, I have three that I technically completely built them, and now they're in pieces as I paint the details and things, and I've been painting for like 3 months because this is what I do. I get a hobby, and then I work really hard on it, and then I suddenly lose interest, even though I still like Evangelion and models. I just don't want to put the work into it. Anyways, one day I'll finish them. But what I was saying was, even though I really like the Evangelion models, I don't understand this one. I don't know what part of the movies or the show or other piece of Eva media this is supposed to be from. I don't know if I'm forgetting something. Maybe when this is colorized, it'll make more sense to my brain. Um, but I don't know where this is coming from. I think it looks cool. I mean, there's a lot going on. Um, but I think even if I know like where it's from, I don't know that I'll necessarily buy it. Um, I don't know. But yeah, so that's that. Looks like he's got some giant weapons and rocket launchers and many, many things to blow things up. So, yes. Oh, well, I guess if I just scroll down the page, I would see this is where it came from. Still not remembering. I'm gonna have to go back and maybe watch that again, because I do not remember anything about a cannibalized new O2 Eva. Yeah. Alright, guys, so that's gonna do it for the Kotobukiya announcements. Like I said, as far as I know, Good Smile is gonna be doing summer announcements like first, second week of August. So once that is all out and they've announced things and had their kind of summer uh, festival, whatever you want to call it, I will definitely be reviewing those announcements. If anything looks cool, or maybe there's someone that looks dumb that needs to be roasted. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Kotobukiya announcements. Are there any figures that you're excited for? Any model kits that you're thinking about picking up? You know, just leave a comment. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.